am Melanie Dwyer, CEO of Hospice Maui. It is my heartfelt honor to share this tribute to an extraordinary man, Dr. Gregory LaGoy. Greg was the CEO of Hospice Maui for more than 30 years. A visionary, leader, role model, advocate, mentor, and true friend to myself and many in the hospice care industry, Greg leaves an incredible legacy. In those years, his work touched many people. Greg died unexpectedly on January 4th, 2022. His vision for Hospice Maui was to build and sustain a hospice program that was exceptional in its commitment to maintaining a unique set of values and culture. The common thread being to provide deeply compassionate care at the highest level of professionalism. The growth of Hospice Maui during Greg's 32 years was an amazing accomplishment. What started as a few employees and volunteers became a team of more than 70. The number of patients under Hospice Maui's care grew from less than 10 daily to over 90. Greg laid the foundation for Hospice Maui to provide services on Molokai and Lanai, which became a reality in February of 2022. The accomplishment in his career that Greg was most proud of was creating and building Hospice Maui Hale. It was deeply meaningful to him to provide a beautiful space for patients and families when care at home was no longer an option. What a gift to the Maui community that would not have been possible without his commitment. Greg was always supported by his wife, Victoria Joyce. It was with heavy hearts we said goodbye to Victoria on January 21st, just 17 days after losing Greg. Victoria played an integral part in the creation of our hale, as well as the overall design and aesthetics of our entire campus over the years. She was a strong supporter and believer in the vision and mission of Hospice Maui. Greg believed that the care Hospice Maui provides is special and that we are stewards of a sacred trust. It was always important to him to tell the story of Hospice Maui and share the heartfelt work we do for our community. As a visionary, his unwavering voice also helped create the foundation for Hawaii's nonprofit hospice industry. We will forever be grateful for his dedication, wisdom, and vision. A hui hou, dear friend. You have left an incredible legacy.
So I said to Greg, he was a naturopath, and I said, "Why did you come here?" And he said, "Because I wanted to make a difference, and doing it one person at a time is a lot harder." When I think about him, I think Greg was receptive. He was receptive to all of us. He was gentle with us, and we needed him.
He is very open-minded. I always said Greg was the best boss I ever had. And I think the reason that I said that was because he was unlike any other boss I'd ever had. He did not play by anybody else's playbook. He had his own ideas about how to facilitate a really nurturing, warm, and yet productive. He had the financial part of it really in hand too, which was really what made him the perfect executive director. I think his motivation was that he could see what a valuable service it is for the people of Maui. And he wanted that to be able to continue. And he often referred to a hospice heart. And so him and a couple of the other staff members together really brought that vision forward and never let it drop. That was his main goal, was to continue the hospice heart.
He was a true visionary. He had a vision for everything, and more than that, a lot of people are dreamers and they give the job of acting on it to someone else. Well, action took place right away with Greg. I will miss him. He was an extraordinary person. He was a visionary. I think he was a Renaissance man. I mean, he was a fighter pilot. He flew jets and he did rescue missions before he went to medical school, and and then he came here without shoes.
Having worked in the nonprofit world for many years, it was very impressive to me to come into hospice and see how well run it is, what quality people were here, the type of respect Greg has for his people and everyone had for Greg there.
I've been here 22 years, and Greg gave me the chance that helping nobody else would. But he and Victoria was a team to be reckoned with. They brought everything to hospice, everything. He just believed in here and in us, and in me more than I would believe in myself. So I'm very thankful for him. Yeah, he did everything in hospice. Like, there's nothing he wouldn't. He would fix anything on the property, and anybody that needed help, he would help. He was a unique, awesome person. And Victoria was the director, and they worked well together. They brought so much to hospice. They're gonna be greatly missed.
Hospice Maui is one of Hawaii's original legacy hospice programs that was formed by volunteers to meet a community need in 1981. These programs were the first nonprofit hospice organizations created in Hawaii.
We are Hospice Maui, and we have been providing services, nursing services, social work, counseling, physician services, volunteers, to people who are dying in their homes, in the nursing home, sometimes in the hospital. And we serve not only the person who's ill, but we serve the family members. We support and assist them in being caregivers. And we also support them during their grief for a year or so after the death. The time of when a person is dying is the most powerful time of human growth and development. And to have that witnessed by family, for them to participate in such an intimate time, is a wonderful gift. And so our role on Maui really is to bring that back into the home and allow those gifts to accrue to our whole community. And the most fundamental and important part of what we do is to walk into the home with no agenda. We are there to meet the family members where they are and to serve them with what their needs are. And our needs are not a part of this.
Greg's perspective that people are more than their bodies and their roles is a core value and part of the culture at Hospice Maui, ultimately guiding the care we provide.
We allow people who are in the last days, weeks, and months of their lives to be with their families, standing present with what is really happening in them, in their bodies and to them, and the imminent separation from their families, and to face that. And in that way, Hospice Maui is, in a sense, a midwife to bringing the kind of courage and inspiration and strength back to families that was taken away when all serious illness and death happened in the hospital out of the sight of people.
Mahalo i oe na kapuna o kahiko, e no Maui, Molokini, Kaulavi, Lanai o Molokai. E ki kai, me ke ala o pumiana, no Greg LaGoy. E a mama unoa, e lele vale aku la. Me ke ala o pumiana, with the greatest love of all, Greg LaGoy.